The seasons and Wicca. In our world, everything is dependent upon the sun. When it goes down, everything dies. How we use the seasons is the way we make our lives more pleasurable. Understanding the seasons and how our choices and actions impact them can make all the difference in a magical world where the sun is always out. And it is summer, winter, spring, then summer, fall, and maybe even a new year. The sun represents life itself. It is the source of warmth. It gives a light, warms our bodies, and keeps us warm. But how we use the heat provided to us depends on how we embrace and treat it. When it is too hot, we need to cool down, and when it is too cold, we need to store the heat for a rainy day, or when it is time to hibernate. The seasons are there to guide us and direct our actions. Understanding the seasons in Wicca involves balancing the sun's movement in and out of the sky, from day to night. When the sun is too far away and casts a shadow over the ground, this is a sign of a colder season. This also applies to trees, plants, and flowers. When the sun is shining and substantial, this signifies a more accessible, happier time. There are 4 primary seasons in Wicca. The spring season marks the beginning of new life. The earth is transitioning from winter to summer, and the sun is no longer in the sky. This is the time for the growth and change that are taking place. Summer is the longest season, with the longest days of any calendar cycle. Everything begins to grow and change. The sun doesn't shine as brightly, so everything stays cool. Trees don't need to put out as much foliage, and flowers start to bloom. This is the perfect time to connect with nature and learn how to take advantage of the changing seasons. The autumn season is the one where everything starts to slow down. The sun is going down, but not too drastically. The leaves begin to change color and the nights get darker. The days become longer and colder. Fall brings the first snowfall of the winter, and this is a time for outdoor activities. Winter is the time when the sun rises and the warmth begins to fade. The sun is low to the ground and starting to set. This is also the time for the nights to become shorter. The changing seasons bring new growth and change for the plants and animals that live in the world. The different seasons can give you insight into your beliefs and how they affect you, whether you're in alignment with or at odds with the elements. An excellent way to understand the seasons in Wicca is to relate them to the 4 seasons of the year. Spring is the longest and lasts until the new season comes around. Summer is the shortest season, but it also brings the best times to plant and harvest. Winter is the longest season, marked by cold temperatures and freezing rain. Understanding the seasons in Wicca can give you a deeper understanding of how the world works. Countless benefits come from experience and knowing the seasons and how they affect our lives. If you don't understand the seasons, it will be harder for you to perform rituals in Wicca. One reason people may not be familiar with the Wicca seasons is that the sun doesn't rise or set in every season. There is only one season, the springtime, and then the sun will rise again at the end of the summer. The trick to understanding the seasons is to know how long each season lasts. This way, you'll have a good idea of what day and time you want to perform a ritual. If you're unsure of the current day and time, you can try to predict it. This will be helpful in most cases. One of the benefits of understanding the seasons in Wicca is that it helps people bond with nature. Most people who study the seasons in Wicca connect themselves to the natural world and everything that goes on around them. It's common for people to feel connected to nature and all it has to offer. When you have a complete understanding of the seasons in Wicca, it makes it easier for you to practice your ceremonies because you already have an idea of how things are going to work out. With any new religion, it's essential to understand the beliefs and how they affect your practice. When people learn to understand the seasons in Wicca, they become more open to all forms of alternative medicine. Alternative medicine helps thousands of people every year, and it's growing and becoming more accepted each day. It's essential to understand the natural flow of things and be able to be flexible and adapt to changing situations. When you've learned to understand the seasons in Wicca, you will have a better understanding of how the entire world works and functions. It will make life a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. I wish you well on your journey through life. Merry part.